Hello everybody, I'm Jerome and welcome to the Colony Survival Update video 2.0. There have been some changes to the food because there's a new job called the berry farmer, which you can see right now on the screen how he's working on his field. And to make bread you no longer need wheat, you have to get a grindstone and then recruit a grinder who's going to grind that wheat into flour, and that is going to be used by the baker to make bread. So the process of baking bread has become a little bit more complicated and it consumes a little bit more time. But on the other hand, you have a berry farmer now who is just going to start out collecting food, which is the berries, and you don't have to wait, let's say, 2 days to start gathering some food like before with the wheat. One berry has a food value of 0.6, and let's say you have 10 berries, that would be a food value of 6 food. So you should probably make about 4 berry farmers in the beginning, so you can get a little bit of food going on until your bread production is going well. And once that is going well, you can probably get rid of the berry farmers, but I would keep them just so your colonists have a little bit of variety in their food chain. As I mentioned before, the wheat is not going to be used anymore by the baker, but instead by the grinder, who's going to take some wheat out of the stockpile, put it into the grindstone, grind it, and then he's going to take the flour back into the stockpile. And on the other hand, you have your baker who's then going to take out the flour out of the stockpile, and he's going to bake some bread and going to put that back into the stockpile. Alright, after I told you that there's a new job called the berry farmer, I'm going to show you how you can set up a little berry farmer. So right now I have a little house right here with 2 beds in them because I want to build 2 berry farmers here. And it is just like making a wheat farmer, but instead you're making a berry farmer. And you can either do it in a 6x6 or in a 6x7 field, which is not going to be any different because the maximum amount of berry plants that one farm can hold is 9, just right here. So once you set up your 2 farms, you just have to recruit colonists just for every other job as well, and these guys are automatically going to become berry farmers, and they're just going to do their job over here and farm some berries. After these guys are done planting the berry plants, you should not forget to place down a crate nearby, because otherwise these farmers will just run all over your colony and search for the nearest crate. So just slap down one little crate right next to those 2 farms, or how many farms you want to have, and there you go. These guys are going to collect the berries and are going to just put them in there and go back on the field and work again collecting some berries. Okay, these are the most important things that have been added to the game with the latest update 2.0. There are of course a lot of bug fixes and little changes to the game. For example, the firing rate of the guards have changed so that these guys over here can't fire as fast as they used to. So if you have multiple guards in an area watching the same spot, they won't interfere with each other, and so on and so forth. So a lot of bug fixes, but the main addings to the game were the berry farmer and the little flour maker in here, and that the baker needs flour instead of wheat to make bread out of it. So that has been it for the update video on Colony Survival 2.0. If you have any questions about the update, then please write a comment down below and I will try my best to answer them correctly. And if you have any suggestions for building ideas or something, then please write them down in the comments as well, and I'll try to include them in my building series. Until then, have a great day and goodbye.